Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Mystic Monday. Shifty Sunday will be at its regular time next week. But until then, strap in, put the kiddies to bed, and let's get ready to mystify. Woo! All right, well, we're all fired up here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host for Mystic Monday, He-Bro 77. Along with me, as usual, is my broadcast partner and best friend in the whole entire wide world. There's a fly on my screen, Mr. Sagi Battlecat. Mr. Sagi Battlecat, how are you doing?
How am I supposed to match that enthusiasm? Hello, everybody. How are you doing tonight? Glad to be here.
That was close. I mean, Oh, man.
All right, everybody, you can resume your normal volume on your headset starting now, and we'll try to talk in calm, rational voices.
Oh, yes. Just like this. Very calm. Very
mystical voices.
Yeah, you notice I made a mistake on my my Mystic Monday.
You did?
I put Mystic Monday in the title, but on the graphic screen, I put Majestic Monday.
Well, go figure. I think maybe it was the whole, shifting from Sunday to Monday thing that got it all disoriented.
Oh, yeah. Hey, by the way, I know we already did this on Saturday, but I just want to once again wish Dan a happy birthday over there in the Scare Performance channel. I know those guys did a good job on last night's show. So if you guys missed it, go back and watch it. It's an excellent show.
All right, well, I got to go. I'm going to go back and watch it. I missed it.
Oh, yeah, you should. Well,
All right, I'll see you later.
Well, hey, I didn't mean right now.
Oh, okay. My bad.
No, but I noticed they were talking about this robot. Have you heard about the robot?
I plead the fifth.
Oh, okay. Well, apparently there's this. I'm getting a little bit of feedback here. Is your phone
Are
up
you
right?
talking about the dog robot that goes around in the park and tells everybody about social distancing?
No. Somebody destroyed that.
Okay.
But this is a robot. I forget his name. I think his name is Michael Fontaine, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah. He's a nice robot. He's got a big old smiley face.
Well, do you have like an image or something?
Well, what I'd like to do at this time is go find that image.
Okay. Well, how are you going to find it? You're just going to type robot, Michael Fontaine robot in the search engine?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
He's making his trip around the world, and this robot, I heard when he ended up in Philadelphia,
he saw the writing and turned around and went the other way. No, I'm just kidding.
No, actually, he got his ass kicked.
Say what?
He got his ass kicked.
Did he?
Yeah, in Philadelphia, they beat the hell out of him. Here's what he. But in Canada, they were very nice to him.
I see. Well, I know if he stopped by Will Smith's house, he'd probably get beat up.
Well, yeah. Anybody that stops by Will Smith's house is bound to get beat up. Oh, especially robots, you mean?
Yeah, because, Will Smith does live in Philly,
Yeah, he's from West Philadelphia, born and raised.
Yeah, back on the playgrounds where he spent most of his days.
That's right. Just chilling, maxing, relaxing, playing some b-ball.
Yep.
So anyway, here's the picture of that robot. Oh, it's called the hitchhiking, or rather the hitchbot. You know what? I'm just going to call it the hitchhiking robot.
Okay. Interesting. I see that he's got a fondness for Canada since they were so nice to him.
They were very nice to him in Canada, but let me show you what they did to him in Philly. Oh, wait, let me go back. Look at that.
I see that's. I saw in the other image, his arms had been signed like a cast from some kid that got hurt on the basketball team.
Oh, that's what it was from.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. But check this out. Here's an image. Look at him.
So if you were driving down the road cruising with the fam, on your way to the Golden Corral, would you stop and pick him up?
Sure, and I treat him to a nice Golden Corral dinner.
Well, he'd probably just want to stop by Napa and pick up some oil.
Oh, yeah, that's true. He doesn't do buffets. But here's what they did to him in Philly. Look, they trashed him.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what he's like his parts there. That kind of looks like an air conditioning unit or a air dehumidifier or something. His torso.
I actually think his torso kind of reminds me of a vacuum cleaner.
An upright vacuum cleaner, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a shop vac type thing?
Well, no, I was thinking about the thing that you remove, the dust catcher, whatever it's called.
Oh, yeah. The filter system, yeah.
Because vacuum cleaners don't use bags anymore.
Gotcha.
I guess some do. I don't know. But this guy is hitchhiking all over the country, all over the world, actually, because I guess he was well received in Canada. And there's speaking of Canada.
Look at the house in the background. I wonder if that's like normal housing for Canadians.
I don't know. It could be. Let's ask Noble next time we see him.
Okay. I'll go back again. I noticed something else in that picture.
All right.
Look at the tree in the background to the left. It's got a perfect spiral to like the way it goes up.
Oh yeah.
I just never seen a tree do that before.
Well, I don't totally disagree with you, but I really I've seen trees like that, so I don't know.
Yeah. Interesting. It looks like whoever paved their driveway did a lousy job.
Right. You better call Michael Keaton and his crew to come clean that up.
Yeah, they really just did not have a level handy, did they?
No. Oh, they have. Well, in Canada, it's not handy mandy. It's it's handy. I believe handy candy because it's a woman.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Handy candy. And she's very polite. She comes into your house and does the work, or outside your house anyway, whatever work you need done. And then she goes, "You want these gutters fixed, eh?"
Oh, okay. I get it.
Yeah.
Let's move on. I think our Canadian humor is lacking slightly.
Oh, well, I don't know what you're talking about, but I'll move on.
All right.
So there he is hitchhiking again. Now let me ask you this. If you saw this guy hitchhiking on the side of the road, what would you do?
I would definitely pull over and find out what the heck is going on. Why is he having such a hard time hitchhiking properly? If you want to hitchhike, you're going to need to get that thumb up just a little bit higher there, sir, or nobody's going to stop and help you.
Oh, exactly. Mm-hmm.
I would tell him, don't panic, and to bring a towel.
Bring a towel?
Yeah, well, It was from the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. You probably wouldn't understand.
Oh yeah, I've seen that movie one time.
Well, the movie was lousy. I read the books by Douglas Adams, and they were amazing.
So the again, the books are better than the movie sometimes.
Oh yeah, by leaps and bounds.
It looks like some people are picking them up, literally.
Oh yeah.
You know. So.
Hey, look, he's got a cool Big Trouble in Little China hat thing going on.
Oh yeah, then there's another movie I seen maybe once.
Okay. Well, you're missing out. That's a cult classic. One of my top 10 movies of all time.
You know, I was thinking as I was in the kitchen heating up my Arby's roast beef sandwiches, I was thinking, is that William Shatner? No, that's not William Shatner. I was thinking, you know,
hey, look, he's smiling. He's got a face.
Yeah.
That's the first time I've noticed it.
Oh, okay. No, he's the happy robot.
I would say so.
He's so happy and so smiling. Yet in Philadelphia, they totally trashed him. You know what Dan called Philadelphia?
What?
The city of brotherly shove.
That's funny.
Oh yeah. Obviously, if they're shoving robots around, especially happy, smiling ones like that. Now, how could you resist a face like that?
So all you had to type in was Michael Fontaine robot, and that came up, huh?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Okay, cool. I'll do a search on it later.
But hey, you're getting me lost here. I was going to talk about. You're talking about movies. You know what we should do someday? We should do like a Siskel and Ebert type thing where we review like 3 or 4 good movies, and I tell you what I think, and then you tell me what you think, and we start to argue about it.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll you come out with your top 10 favorite movies, across all categories, and then we'll leave adult movies off the list. And,
yeah.
And then I'll come up with a top 10 list as well, and we'll compare and contrast, and any that make both of our lists we'll definitely cover.
Speaking of adult movies, this one is not really an adult movie, but it kind of borders on that. It's got sort of a sex exploitation film or something.
Okay.
Did you know that Roger Ebert wrote the screenplay to Valley Beyond the Dolls? Yeah.
Valley Beyond the Dolls?
Yep.
Interesting. It seems like it sounds like a blend of 2 different titles, like the Hills Have Eyes mixed with I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I'm not familiar with that movie.
Oh, well, you should look it up totally. That's one of those good movies that I could probably put in my top 10 list.
All right.
But I've got to tell you something. Let me get the participants list up here. And let's see, how do you do that? I forgot.
You going to hand out some participation trophies?
Well, maybe.
All right.
But no, I want to try to get
give the room a shout out.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. I'm glad you thought of it.
But I'm going to tell you, there is a list that you could do here, and let's see, where is it? I don't know. I'm just going to scroll up and just give this room a shout out. How about that?
Yeah, I don't think that you're going to have to scroll up too far, but go right on ahead.
Okay, so what we've got here is we got Eddie Von Keen,
the real one,
the real one, and he was the first one in. He said he beat Michael Fontaine in here.
Yeah, I hear that's a thing now.
Yeah. Oh, is that a thing?
Yeah, it's a thing.
It's a thing.
Being the first one in, yeah.
That's actually probably been a thing for a while, because I know sometimes I'll go into a room. If I'm first, I'll type first.
Right. I've seen it like in the comment section, but not so much in the live streams. But hey, you know what? It is what it is. If that's what people are doing nowadays to cure their quarantine boredom, more power to them.
Now that's been a thing for a while now, my friend.
Okay. Well, I'm not always, hip to what's trending.
No, I understand. But you know what? Speaking of Michael Fontaine, we got Michael Fontaine in here, and he's not a robot. It's the real one.
It's the real one. Michael Fontaine, the real one too.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's good. How are you sure he's not the AI version?
Oh, that's a good point. Well, if he was the AI version, the AI version wouldn't be in here because, he's too busy hitchhiking.
Oh, that's true. You're right.
Yeah. So, Lorraine Lamore.
Lorraine Lamore. How did you like our the way the Mystic Monday demented your Shifty Sunday song?
It shifted.
Hey, I assure you that it will go back to normal starting next week.
Yeah. That's what we do. We switched places with a good old scare performance.
Yep.
But I'll tell you what, let's go on here. We have Irk Daughter in the house.
All right, her daughter made it in. Good to hear you. Now the pressure's on because as far as I know, it's one of the first times she's been in. So we got to make sure we make a good first impression. Well, and so far, we're probably off to a mediocre start.
I don't know. I think that bit I did at the beginning was pretty good.
All right. Well, let's just roll with that.
We'll just say it was.
Yeah.
Too bad she wasn't here on Saturday when I did my my bit.
Well, if we feel like the show starts to go downhill, we'll just hit play on that one.
Yeah. There you go. Well, hey.
Oh man, we're only 15 minutes in, and you're walking away from me already.
No, I didn't walk away.
Oh, okay. It sounded like you went far off into the distance.
Oh well, I did roll my chair over to the next room, so I don't know.
Oh, okay, so technically you weren't walking.
That's right. I didn't walk away, man. I rolled it. Anyway, we got one heck of a show. We're gonna present to you guys tonight. We got some Mandela effects. We got some paranormal activity. We've got UFOs to talk about, space launches, Arby's roast sandwiches. All kinds of stuff.
That's right. I should have packed a lunch. Is what I'm thinking.
Well, we always talk about food also.
Oh yeah, it always ends up coming into the realm of possibilities.
Sure.
And with it being a majestic Monday, anything's bound to happen.
Oh well, sure, man. Anything. I mean, for all we know, Walter Matthau might pop on here and surprise us.
Walter Matthau?
Well, sure, Walter Matthau.
All right. I haven't heard his name in quite a while.
Well, I was kind of practicing backstage before you popped in, doing his voice.
All right. Well, yeah. I digress.
I don't think I got it down just right, though. I was like, "Gosh, Shin, God damn it, what are you doing putting fish on my seat?" And I don't know what the other guy's name was. I know his real name, but it's like Jack Lemmon, He would be like, why are you talking to me that way, you crazy old man? Don't you call me a crazy old man, Gashishin, you bastard.
Okay. I can't wait to see how YouTube translates that when they put it on closed caption.
Oh, man. Yeah, for real. They have all kinds of stuff going, that
They
Like,
create brand new words out of things people say.
mm-hmm.
Uh,
Especially if you have a deep accent, like you know, like I guess I have sort of an accent, you know.
right. So, have you heard about this whole thing where Trump got mad because they were putting fact checking his tweets, and so now he's putting a he signed a bill that's going to basically make them accountable for their censorship. And apparently, the debate goes something along these lines. It could work. It could work one way or the other. For instance, now they could really just start censoring everything because they're at risk of becoming liable
But
for
now, wait a
things.
minute.
Yeah.
Wait, let me ask you this. I thought the bill that he signed, I think it's been a week ago.
Yeah.
I thought that bill was to have them lift their restrictions on censorship.
Well, that's just it. See, they back in '96, if I'm not mistaken, back in the mid to late '90s, it went to Congress or whatever, and they were. I actually have it downloaded, the actual copy, but I don't have it here in front of me, or I could sound a lot more professional in this presentation.
Oh, okay.
But make a long story short, it was a loophole. They're just like the platform. They're just like the town square, mind you. So the town, you can't sue the town square for what the person jumps up on the soapbox and says, right? They're not like a publisher, they're not publishing the book. They're just the platform for which people can come and sell their books. Okay.
Sure.
So anyway, make a long story short, it could go that way where they have to be super careful on everything that they put out, or else they'll be held liable because if they start censoring, or if they continue censoring, I should say, they're going to have to be viewed as a publisher, because that's what publishers do. They edit and they censor, they content before it's released, or they have to just quit censoring outright altogether. Anything goes with normal community standards, such as abuse, violence, child, the other word, all that other stuff is. But anyway,
Oh, sure.
so either way, it really is it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out one way or the other. I'm hoping that they go toward wanting to remain in the loophole and just quit censoring, period, with the obvious exceptions. So let's wait, and it'll be interesting to see how it goes. It's got to go one way or the other, that's for sure. It's going to either be an all or nothing outcome, I believe.
Well, yeah, I mean, that goes without saying, though. All or nothing outcome. It could go really, really bad or really, really good.
Yeah.
By the way, I just want to bring up real quick. Lorraine the Moore corrected me. The movie was called Beyond the Valley of the Dolls.
Oh, what did you say?
I think I said. What did I say? I think I said the Valley Beyond the Dolls or something like that.
Yeah. That is what you said.
Yeah.
Okay. Beyond the Valley of the Dolls. Okay. And Buzz Lightyear's not in it, I'm pretty sure, right?
No, but Woody is.
Good one.
Heck yeah. Let me ask the room a question. If you guys want to, I'm not trying to push this on anybody, but if you want to
Are
go.
you teasing the phones again?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I'm just messing with you. Go ahead.
Shh, don't say that out loud.
All right. Just scratch that. We'll edit that in post production. Go ahead.
Sure. No, I'm saying if anybody wants to share the show and let people know that we're on right now, we would highly appreciate it. I'm not trying to push it on you, but it'd be
in other
nice.
words, get up off your lazy bums, hit copy and share with somebody. Put it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever it is that you guys do out there. He-Bro is just too nice of a guy to demand it, so I'm demanding it of you.
There you go. Well, you know. Uh-oh. We lost one when you said that.
Well, they probably had to leave to go share it. They'll be right back.
I hope so. That's funny, though. One popped out. But no, what the reason why I actually say this is because, you know, people might not know that we're on a Monday.
Oh yeah, that's true. You got a point there.
No, that's why I say that. They popped back in. I guess you're right. They went and shared it. Thank you, whoever did that. Well appreciated.
Very mucho gracias.
Speaking of mucho gracias, did you know that I've invited a guest, and they may or not come on tomorrow night's show for tomorrow night?
Okay. Are you going to divulge who it is, or since we haven't got confirmation, it'd probably be best not to, huh?
No, that's just a little teaser.
All right.
Nobody will know until they're actually on there. And, you know, I want to promote this person. I want to get the word out there that she has a nice channel. And, you know, go check her out. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and say who it is. And they may.
Even if you can't make it, we can still give her a promo.
Yeah, let's go ahead and give her channel a promo. It's My Life DIY. She has a good channel. And by the way,
I am not a current subscriber. I'm going to have to go find her channel. I'm not familiar with her content.
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I am a current subscriber, so what I'll do is I'll go fetch a link and post it in chat.
Sounds good.
Let's see here. And by the way,
I am not a current subscriber. I'm going to.
Whoops. Don't do that. Sorry about that, folks. Where the heck is my channel? Here it is. Okay, subscriptions. Let's see here. How do I do this? System Trailer, Red Letter Media, Film Rise, The Book of Daniel. I gotta click.
I'm curious, how many channels do you currently subscribe to? I just have wondering if I have time to go grow some coffee and then brew it.
Yeah, well, I got 435 channels I'm sub to currently.
Okay.
So, yeah.
You know, you could just type her name in the search engine.
Really? How's that work? Because if you do it,
well, you would actually know how to exactly spell it, if there's dashes and all that kind of stuff too, though. So
right, I got it on my phone, phone home, and all that good stuff. You know,
right?
Oh, I didn't realize. I had pushing buttons. I haven't seen him in a while.
Huh.
I hope he's doing okay.
Yeah.
Here it is. I found it.
All right.
All right. So
I just barely got done watering them for the first time.
Huh?
My coffee plants.
Oh, your coffee plants. Okay, I see. In
other words, you were much quicker than I anticipated.
I got you. I'm subscribed, so let me go here. Oh my God, what happened?
Hey everyone.
Okay.
Happy Mother's Day weekend.
All right.
I woke up.
Let me copy the whatchamadoodle.
But I woke up to like incredible news.
So I'm guessing that we're hearing a sneak peek of her channel.
Absolutely.
I see. Well, it sounds like she has a pleasant voice.
Well, you know, I will show a video clip here in a minute, but let me go ahead and share the link.
All right.
There we go. There you are. So you guys, if you want to check out that channel, it's an excellent channel. I highly recommend it. And, you know, go check her out, guys. Give her some subs over there. You know?
All right. Well, I'll be right back.
Huh? What are you
Oh,
doing?
never mind. Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. I'll talk amongst myself.
No, I'm just kidding. Let's
Oh.
go ahead and do the sneak peek. Nigga, you've done aroused my curiosity.
Oh, shoot. Now I got to go back there.
Oh, good. In the words of Charlie Brown, good grief.
I know, right? I always liked it when he said
I'll
that.
be right back. Huh? What are you doing? Oh, never mind. Yeah.
Sorry about that, guys. I did it again, don't you know?
Yeah, no, we're about to. It's like deja vu around here.
It's the Mystic Monday Groundhog Day edition. Let's see here. Library. Hey, let me ask you something. Do I say library weird?
Not any weirder than you say about 17 other words.
Oh, okay. Well, I just wanted to know.
Everybody says library weird because they put the R in the wrong place.
Ah. Well, I don't get it.
The word library itself, it's got like an extra R in it.
I can't find your channel now. What in the heck?
Well, just go to your history, and it'll be the most.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I did that, and it's not. Oh, here it is. Duh. I didn't recognize the video.
Estrogenics and Willowbrook, and are they coming back? Could they come back? What's going on? And kind of like my sign.
Okay, well here's a little
sneak peek, a little, what do they call it? A trailer?
A preview.
A preview.
Yeah. I guess I got to share the screen. And I had trouble with this the other night. I legitimately did. And I'm having trouble tonight, folks. So please just bear with me. Why is it not letting me do it from the thing?
This is always my favorite part of the show, right?
Oh, man. Well, I guess so, but it ain't my fault. I swear it's StreamYard.
That's okay. You can't have muscles, blonde hair, a large sword, and brains too. You know what I'm saying?
Very funny, sir. Okay, the name of this video is Sometimes. I'm not quite sure what the subtext is in this, but you know what? Let's just watch it. The hell with it. All right. Application window. There it is. And share the screen. Hide. Okay, go there. And let's see what this person has to say.
All right, let's check it out.
Can't hear it.
Yeah, you're going to need to crank up the volume. I could hear it before, better now.
I got it turned up, but it's... Uh-oh. What happened?
I've been worried about about Estrogenics and Willowbrook.
What is she saying there? Serogenics. What's that?
I don't know. I couldn't hardly hear it.
Oh.
So it's just
and kind of like my sign to if they were gonna come back or whatever. The sign and the stacks, and that was my biggest concern. Is they're still there, and until the sign, the stacks are gone. Like, to me, they're still here, and which is really weird because if your lease is up, I don't know about you, but when your lease is up, you usually have to move right away. I get it. You have to do a bunch of stuff because you're, dirty people, and you need to clean up your mess, and it's going to take a while. But still, I just didn't understand. And so now I heard that, like, the sign is down, the stacks are down. There's I drove past. I had to come. I had to come. I told my husband right away, like, I gotta go.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, you get the point.
So she's a content creator. What do you well, I guess we'll just find out on Tuesday when she comes on. We'll learn more about her and we'll find out
Mhm.
what's going on.
Right. I mean, I know she's Mandela affected because she talked about it in that little backstage lounge thing we go to sometimes.
Okay, yeah, the VIP lounge at Rippin' Rabbit Radio.
That's right. It's Rippin' Rabbit Radio. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, and I have seen her in the chat there. I don't know that I can't say for sure that I've actually talked to her in the lounge, but I probably have. I'm just not remembering correctly.
Well, I thought she was kind of neat, and we started chatting and whatever back there, and she does have some ideas on certain subjects. One of those subjects I can't mention on the air because it's too controversial.
Oh, really? Now I want you to mention it. But
Well,
obviously I don't really, want you to mention it, but I do.
we won't. We won't. Okay, listen.
No, I know. I mean, there's only like 5 things, so I've already narrowed it down, and I have a feeling it rhymes with Candy Crook.
Huh?
No?
Oh yeah, Candy Crook. Yeah, it rhymes with Candy Crook,
Okay.
and has a lot to do with a word that rhymes with Biotts.
Okay.
Just
Well,
saying.
I think we my Hardy Brothers mystery has finally been solved with my magic decoder ring.
Oh, cool. Hey, let me do a little shout out here. We got Lotar 900 just came in, and Awake and Activate. There's your little shout out, guys. Sagi,
Yes.
come back, Sagi.
I'm here.
Okay, now before I go into my segment, which is about the paranormal, I want you have some things that you wanted to share, sir.
Well, I had that article that I shared with you earlier.
Oh, well, can you read the article, or do I have to?
Well, there's a video attached to it. It's a YouTube video.
Okay. Now, let's give the audience some explanation here. What is this all about?
All right. Well, let me bring up the article real quick. Just bear with me.
Okay.
But it's basically it's a video that's went viral of a hotel security camera caught some type of shadowy figure.
Oh,
lurking in the.
Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to constantly interrupt you. But this ties into my whole segment, my whole paranormal segment.
Well, yeah, I know. That's why I chose this article.
Well, so before we do that, let's do a proper introduction here to the segue.
Okay, yeah, I got you.
All right. So, with that being said, guys, ladies and gentlemen, and gems and Jeanettes, this is our little segment called Gateway to the Paranormal and Supernatural. In hindsight, I probably should have had more pictures on there.
Yeah, I thought I was waiting for more, then I realized it had already looped. And I was just thinking we should have been ready to scream Ghostbusters, and we were. I didn't do it.
Well, we can't do it because when you play those things, they automatically mute you up.
Oh,
Yep.
gotcha.
So, anyway, we have Preliminal in the house as well. And anyway, sorry about that shout out. I didn't mean to, because I know we're segueing into, well, gosh darn it. Let's hear that article, sir.
Oh well, okay. Oh no.
Now, you mentioned about a shadowy figure in the hotel, and there's it's on camera.
Yeah, I'll start reading the article. You do your best to bring up the video clip.
I most certainly will, sir. Oh, wait.
All right. A chilling video circulated online appears to show a shadow figure lurking in an Illinois hotel right up the street from He-Bro from Eternia's house. The spooky footage was reportedly captured earlier this month at the Eagle's Nest Hotel in the city of Quincy, Indiana. Response to a report of items going missing from a housekeeper cart, an employee turned to the hotel security system in hopes of finding out what happened and was shocked by what she saw. In the creepy footage, a small, shadowy shape resembling a figure that can be seen darting out from behind a wall toward the housekeeping cart, and then it quickly dashes back out of view. The area from where it seemingly originated is an elevator which had been open, would have illuminated the spot. This would seem to suggest that the anomaly manifested out of thin air. The appearance of the spooky figure is apparently not the first of paranormal activity reported in the hotel, as employees claim to have spotted a small shadowy shape in the past. They are also said to have heard mysterious disembodied giggling, leaving one to wonder if perhaps there is a ghost child living in the building. What's your take on the bizarre footage? So let's find out.
I have a problem.
All right.
For some reason, StreamYard is not responding. So I'm going to exit.
I will go ahead and resend the link to.
Why would you do that?
To the actual YouTube video itself.
Oh, okay.
To He-Bro Crew.
I had it up, no problem, but I went to the wrong YouTube link.
That's okay. I sent you the correct YouTube link and He-Bro Crew.
I can't do anything right now. I'm frozen.
Oh no. That shadowy figure is messing with our live stream. How dare him?
I guess so.
Well, you can leave StreamYard and come back in if you have to, because the nature of the program, it does leave the broadcast up.
Let me try that. I'll be right back.
All right.
Oh, crap. Oh, man, this certainly is a shifty, majestic Monday. This is ridiculous, folks. I do apologize for the whatchamadoodle.
Technical difficulties are beyond your control, so no need to apologize. We'll just all hit thumbs down real quick and we'll call it a day. So, in order to prevent dead air, we will go ahead and I will come into chat here and see how what's going on there. Talk to you guys. All right. I was like, who's talking? All right. So, yes, Lothar, he did play some copyright music. However, he was playing the MIDI version. So, YouTube usually is a little lax on MIDI instrumentals.
Sorry about that, guys. I am back. As you can see, it wasn't a problem with YouTube prelim. It was just a glitch with StreamYard.
Now, Eddie Von King, the real one, mentioned that it was the Nintendo Ghostbusters music. Was the music from the Nintendo game?
It was, well, it is and it isn't. I didn't get it from the Nintendo game. I got it from YouTube. A guy had done his own 8-bit version. So it's very similar to the Nintendo game. However, it isn't the Nintendo game. The Nintendo game version actually has them going, Ghostbusters!
Gotcha.
Yeah, so it's just an 8-bit something that someone redid.
I understand. Totally get it.
An 8-bit.
8-bit.
But you have your thing. Let me go get your thing real quick because you just read the article, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see here. Going into Google. McDougal.
Well, you just can go to He-Bro Crew and Hangouts. It'll take you right to the YouTube link.
Mm-hmm. All right, go in there and YouTube and take that down. What is this? Fast forward that because we're just wanting to see the okay. There's a hotel. I'm just going to play it at that part because this thing's 2 minutes and 18 seconds long.
All right. Yeah, I haven't even watched it yet, to be honest with you.
Oh, you haven't?
No, I have not.
Huh. Okay. Well, let's see. Click application window and boom. There you go, sir.
Yeah, see He-Bro's house right there just down the road? See it?
Now, this guy has his watermarked. So who is this guy?
Again, I just found the article on Coast to Coast. Thought I would share it. Your guess is as good as mine.
The Hidden Underbelly 2.0. All right.
All right.
So the Hidden Underbelly. Here we go.
Shadow person. So let's take a look at the footage and we'll talk about it afterwards.
I don't like this guy's voice.
I'm guessing it'll be at the top of our screen.
I hope so. Oh, wow. No, I just saw it.
Man, that thing moved fast.
He moved right into this doorway here.
And when the elevator doors are open, the lights come on. So as you can see, there was no lights coming on. That door is shut. So this shadow figure just came out.
There he went. Holy crap.
Employees have reported seeing a small shadow out the corner of their eyes and hearing giggling, which leads me to believe that what we're looking at is the spirit or a dark spirit of a child or something pretending to be a child.
That is interesting, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Seems to be getting the most attention by this ghost, as it always seems to be around him and mess with him. But in this occasion, things have been going missing from the cart in the video.
So, what are your thoughts?
Well, I got to tell you, this comes from a CCTV camera, and rather it. Okay, I'm getting an echo, brother.
All right, go ahead.
All right. So, rather or not, they took the footage and tinkered with it. I don't know. I can't say because I'm not good at spotting like fake ghost videos or whatever. But if it did, in fact, and it does look like it came from this hotel's camera, so why would they lie about it? And I mean, I know why they lie about to get views, of course, but I mean, this looks totally legit to me. Is all I've got to say.
Yeah, I have to say on the surface, it's there's not any obvious doctoring or anything going on. Now, let me ask you this: would you do you think that people are wanting to go stay in that room? Would you want to go to that hotel and stay in that particular room? Would you find that would that be something you would be interested in doing?
I got to tell you, as a person who's interested in the paranormal and has never really investigated the paranormal outside of just doing it on videos and checking out videos of different paranormal investigations going on and walking through the woods with a camera and stuff like that. I've never really been on one.
Well,
With that being said,
like we like to say in the field,
right. But with that being said, I'm very knowledgeable about paranormal investigations and eliminations. And so, yeah, and the short answer is yes. I would love to stay in that
why did you give us all that before giving us the short answer? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. It's not a short answer if I just gave you the long version of it, is it?
I'm sorry. So yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of either way. Like there, when I was younger, I probably would have, but now that I'm older and wiser, I know it's best to just avoid things of that nature. I would hate for it to somehow, attach itself to me and want to follow me home, and the next thing you know, I gotta I gotta watch my cupboards because it's constantly darting out and stealing my Cheerios and stuff.
Right.
I know when I went to bed last night, I had a full gallon of milk in the fridge, and now there's just a half a gallon. What's going on here? But it would be an easy way to, to have someone to blame for all the times when you can't find your wallet or you need to hurry up and leave and your keys are missing. You could be like, come here, little ghoul, wherever you are, bring me my keys right now, set them on the table.
Now, I will say this, for anybody that has sensitive whatchamajoodles.
I have sensitive whatchamajoodles. How did you know?
That sounds really bad now that I think about it. Like sensitive, I guess that goes for all guys. We all have sensitive whatchamajoodles.
Well, I mean, people in general have sensitive whatchamajoodles.
No,
it's not really just a guy thing.
It is a guy thing if you think about it, though.
Oh, yeah. Well, we are known to get our feelings hurt from time to time.
Okay, you're talking about feelings. But I'm talking.
So what did you mean by whatchamajoodles?
I was talking about testicles.
You just came right out and said it. Let's not leave it politely implied.
I mean, you even raise those things with a knuckle and it freaking hurts like hell.
Okay.
Like, that sounded bad. Now, wait a minute. I didn't mean it that way.
Now, I can tell you, though, from experience, I have I played sports throughout my life. I have been racked in the balls a few times throughout the course of my life. It never really. At first, you're like, that's not so bad.
Right.
It's so overrated. How much this is supposed to hurt. Then about 10 more seconds sets in, and you're falling to your knees.
I tell you. It's not so bad as when you sit on them. Now that's where the real pain sits in. I'm sorry, but I didn't mean to get graphic. Okay, I'll shut up about it.
No, but then about 3 minutes later, you're finally able to gain your composure and stand back up again, and you think it's finally passed, and then you realize it is passed as long as you don't try to get up too quickly.
No, I'll tell you what, man, I've been taken out before, man. Somebody would either you remember You probably didn't experience this because you're 6 or 7 years older than I am. But you remember, like in middle school or even high school, somebody would come by and just whack you in the balls like for no apparent reason.
Oh yeah, it was kind of like a game they would do just for fun. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
familiar with the. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I actually had a guy that used to do that, but he would always when he would greet me, he would always punch me in the chest. Like I
Okay.
yeah, and I always knew when I saw him that this was getting ready to happen, so I would start bracing myself for it. And it was a true term of endearment. He actually liked me, but that was just his way of greeting me. And I tell you what, man, it came to a point where I actually went out of my way to start avoiding this guy, just simply because I
Well,
knew that would happen whenever I see him.
I tell you what's bad about it is if you got a sunburn on the back of your neck and somebody come up there and, hey buddy, how's it going? You know, and kind of tap you on the back of the neck and you have
Oh
really
yeah,
bad
give you a
sunburn.
nice firm slap right on the back. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, you know, just saying. Uh,
But you were talking about Watchamajuggles, and I do mean not the other thing. What were you originally trying to get at, my friend?
if hold on. But let me bring up one more thing before we get off the subject of sensitive whatchamadoodles. That you talk about a game. There was a little game that we used to play, or no, it wasn't a game. It was like a joke. They come up to you and say, "What was the capital of Baghdad?" or something like that, and they'd say, "What are the two closest cities?" or something like that, and they'd hit you in the balls. They go, "Iraq and Iran." Iraq and Iran.
I get it.
Yeah, so they would run, but then you would tackle them. You catch up to them, tackle them, and then beat the shit out of them.
Yeah, okay, sure you are. As you're falling to the ground, saying, "Oh, you know I have sensitive Watchamajuggles."
Right. No, but okay. Now changing subjects.
Or actually going back to the original subject that I
Right.
diverted, I unknowingly diverted us from.
For those of you with sensitive blood, or like if you're
All right, forget the disclaimer. Just go on with it.
well, no, I'm saying they might want to turn away for a minute if they're scared of ghosts or ghost pictures.
That
Anyway.
we saw the video clip. We know it's Mystic Monday. Well, let's. Oh, okay. Well, you didn't mention it had something to do with children.
Now here's a video from what's his name? Thumbs Up guy. I don't know. I don't know what his name
And
is.
Ebert.
I wish that'd be kind of cool. But here's well, you see the title on the screen there: 5 demonic poltergeists caught on tape. Okay.
All right.
So here we go.
I'm actually kind of scared. You have actually kind of I'm already okay. Well, go ahead. Let's get this over with.
I'm gonna turn off the music. We'll just watch it. Okay, I see the doll moving. That's kind of freaky. But did its hair go up? What happened there? Its hair went up, went back down. Now, I can honestly tell you, let's pause this for a second and talk about
I'm missing it. I don't see what you're seeing. Put your cursor where the action is.
This is, okay, this doll here, her hair went up and then went down. They'll probably show it again here. Look. Oh, wait. Okay, never mind. They didn't show it again.
Okay, so we're not going to see 5 in this one clip. They're going to be 5 different clips.
Right.
Okay, I'm with you.
And she doesn't even notice it. See?
I didn't even notice it. I still haven't even noticed it.
Oh man, you gotta be kidding me, sir.
Try it one more time. I promise I'll look at nothing but that doll's pigtail or whatever.
Just look at the doll.
All right.
Okay, here we go. Just keep your eye on the doll.
All right.
Now tell me you saw that.
I guess I'm just blind.
Huh.
I'm missing it every time.
You sure you were looking at the doll?
Yeah, the one with the little purple dress next to the stool, right?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, maybe it's just my screen isn't clear enough or something. I don't know.
But I will say this about that one. Let me go back. I'll play it one more time.
Go to the very beginning. You're always starting like at 10 seconds.
No, that is the beginning.
It says 7 seconds.
Well, that's his intro.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Hold on. You might be right. We'll start at 5 seconds. Now just pay.
Now wait. Right now, I see. Go to your cursor and show me where to look.
Look at her head. Just the doll's head. That's it.
Okay. All right, I caught it that time. It slightly fell forward.
Keep watching.
All right, it turned a little to the right.
Now, I gotta say this. There could be somebody back here where we can't see where that table is.
Mm-hmm.
There could be a string on there. They could be pulling a string.
Yeah, especially with that other hair being upright the way it is, they could be out of the screen, literally being a puppet master.
Right.
Yeah,
So,
I'm with you. Or it could have just kind of, it could be it could just be the doll's head is kind of wobbly. I mean,
well,
from where she's been, I mean, look how she's banging the other one against the floor.
That would explain. Wobbly head would explain a downward motion, but it wouldn't explain it going back up.
Well, that's the whole what a wobble is. It wobbles one way and then the other, my friend.
Without anybody touching it.
She is like pounding on the floor there.
Well, okay. I'll disagree to agree with you on that.
I'm just saying it's not. I've seen weirder things happen with coasters on tables. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay. And it goes back down again. But
it is interesting. That's not the most amazing footage I've ever seen, though. Let's see what else they got here.
Let's watch this one. Okay. Doing her homework. Why are they showing it in slow motion?
I wish I knew where I'm supposed to be looking.
Yeah, me too. Hold on, oh, okay.
Oh, I saw a paper move.
Well, that could be just the air, like maybe there's an air condition on somewhere.
Yeah, or someone took a hair dryer. Yeah.
It totally freaked her out, though.
Oh yeah, it would freak me out too, especially if I knew there was nothing to start to cause an instant, gust of wind in my living room.
I mean, I don't see a fan or anything up there.
Well, you see, like there's a picture over there on the couch, the arm of the couch.
Yeah.
Maybe that's like them haunting her.
That looks like.
Oh, okay. Now we're getting somewhere.
Whoa. Wait, what's that on the floor there?
Oh.
Now, I don't think a fan would have that much pressure to move a heavy object like a stapler or the table. Okay.
Yeah, that's getting kind of weird.
Yeah. Now, here's a photo of a creepy. I'm going to pause that.
Let's go watch that one more time. The one we just watched.
Oh, okay. We do have plenty of time for these. I wonder what the chat is saying. Do you have the chat up?
I can do that.
Paper's blowing. That doesn't disturb me at all.
Earth Daughter says that's bizarre. Michael Fontaine is still looking for his brand new remote from 6 months ago.
Okay, yeah. Well, maybe a ghost took it.
Go Kart Bob says something about he's got a good Got Talent vid for He-Bro and Sagi. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but all right, yeah, that's pretty much it for chat. But Go Kart Bob is here. He's our newest. He just got here a few minutes ago.
Oh yeah, I saw him. Let me read this to everybody. Over the past few months, numerous unexplained events have occurred in my home, some of which I have captured on video. All right. Are you back?
Yeah, I'm back. It seems like Michael Fontaine has a video from some type of occurrence that happened at his house. It's a YouTube link for us to check out later. We'll could watch it after we finish these, maybe.
Uh-huh. That sounds good. Okay, I would often return home from work to find the door leading to my attic wide open.
All right.
Gosh darn, he's got a lot of writing. Between March 3rd and March 14th, 2008, I set up a camera in my living room hoping to catch some activity on film. The following
Is that you making that noise?
Huh?
That's like slapping noise?
Yeah, I'm slapping my belly.
It's like I felt like you were doing like a beat, like for each transition of the screen.
Well, hey, we'll just go with that.
All right.
The following footage occurred around midday on March 14th, 2008. Okay. There you go. Good one. Okay, dogs are scrambling around. Uh-huh. Okay. The dogs are getting freaked out. I bet that roll of paper towels starts to move.
First radio interference. Then what? You might want to turn on the volume if there's audio involved in the paranormal activity.
Well, here's the thing. There is creepy music probably playing.
Well, let's find out.
So, I don't know.
You don't have to turn it all the way up.
Okay, we read that.
Yeah, and then there's an orb. Away from the window and quickly to the left. Okay, let's watch for the orb.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
I don't see it. Show me with the cursor.
Well, it looked like a speck of dust to me flying around, but hold on. Let me.
In my opinion, 9 times out of 10, what people claim to be an orb looks like a speck of dust to me.
See it come in there.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Approximately 10 minutes later, the footage clearly becomes much more disturbing.
All right. Yeah, that's what we're here for. Much more disturbing.
Okay, I'm turning this music off.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
A little heavy on the harpsichord there, aren't they?
Yeah. Oh, wow. The door just shut.
Why do I miss everything?
I don't know, man. Connect your phone to your screen.
I'm the guy up at the ticket booth demanding his money back because this. I didn't see anything. Oh, okay. I saw
Ooh.
that.
Okay. All right, even wider.
It's like they can't decide where they want to leave it.
Right.
No, I think I'll leave it right here. No, I'm not really sure that's the right spot. Yeah. Huh.
I wonder what the history on this house is.
Indian burial ground, something like that, you know.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's got to be something like that, you know. Your typical answer. But I don't know. Oh, that was
Oh,
pretty cool.
dude.
Yeah,
You
I
see the
told you.
toilet paper roll?
What did I tell you? There's something going to happen to that paper towel roll. I knew it.
Right.
It's almost as though, let me pause this a second. It's almost as though he left this paper towel roll on the table on purpose.
I mean, a skeptic would obviously make that conclusion. I mean, he wasn't confident. It's not like he was going to ruin his couch with a bottle of red Kool-Aid or something.
Well,
just to make a YouTube video. Now we'll just use this roll of paper towels. It's safe and easy to clean up afterward.
Right. No, in most ghost videos, you see either a roll of paper towels or papers like we saw in the last one, and there's always a door opening and closing in a weird way. I will say that. I'm not saying.
And also, the skeptic in me is wondering about like how all this is conveniently happening in order, one right after the other, as if it was a staged event. But at the same time, I want to keep an open mind, and I don't want to ruin the entertainment value of it. So I'll try not to ruin it for everybody.
True. Now the camera just conveniently went blurry.
What do the dogs seem to think? Let's see what they're doing. Oh, they're paying attention to whoever's off camera there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Now notice they didn't show the dogs around the door when the door opened. Is there sound? I wonder if there's sound. Sounds like there's water running. I hear water running.
Yeah, me too, a little bit, or something along that.
This is lingering a little bit too long.
Yeah, well, that's what they tend to do from time to time.
Huh. He said he's not sure what happened off camera.
Yeah, me neither. Let's see what this one is.
Shadow.
Well, that's the cameraman's shadow.
Yeah. Oh, wait. I think I might have seen this. Guys, I think this one is kind of scary.
Are you going down into the dark basement, my friend? I tell you what, I'll go with you, but you go first.
No, that's okay. I'll stay up here. I'll stay up here at the top and protect the house.
No, right now I'm kind of just inching you along. You're trying to turn around, but I won't let you.
Something scared him.
Oh, look, they stacked the chairs for him, all nice and neat.
Yeah, so he can clean his floors. Now, you can't tell me that's not...
he could have easily pushed the lamp while with his hand right off the edge of the camera view there.
These chairs being stacked up is kind of ridiculous. In my opinion, I think what they're doing there is what they did in Poltergeist, if you recall.
Yeah, I mean it's not uncommon to see stacked chairs as part of a paranormal activity. That is a normal thing to see.
Right. Why didn't he show it in real time?
Yeah, let's rewind it. Maybe we need to hear what's going on. I think we're missing out on half of the fun, man.
I think I had the sound on, my friend.
Oh, okay. Well, let's try again. Why is he looking at the basement than all the activities upstairs?
That's my question. I think somebody off camera did all that.
I do see something at the bottom there, like a white figure. You see that?
Wait. Shh, hold on. Wait a minute. Yeah, I saw like a white figure sort of walking up the steps. But listen to let's see if we can hear the chair stacking.
Okay.
That's weird.
Okay, yeah, and the lamp is already moving there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what else happens.
I have chairs like those.
That would be hard to do that quickly and that nicely and that neatly.
And for that long. I mean the lamp moving.
Oh yeah, you're right. It would have started to settle down by now.
It'd be funny if those spoons started flying off of that thing there.
Well, every time you call it, that's exactly what happens. Let's find out.
I don't think it's going to happen, though. Maybe off camera.
I would be wanting to go and stop the lamp, like touch it and stop it, and then see if it started again.
Mm-hmm. I would think they were creative with this. I'll give them that.
Mm-hmm.
But I honestly think they edited this. Okay, now
let's see what chat has to say, if anything.
Okay, hold on, guys. There's a CT. You were talking.
Yeah, Earth Daughter says that's right out of the movie Poltergeist as well.
Yeah. I mean, that's
good. Earth Daughter also says could be strings tied to those things.
Right.
CJ Wood says that's some scary beep.
CJ's funny. I want to examine this picture right here real quick.
Another Late Night 78 calls it Ghost Art.
Oh, okay.
And Go Kart Bob wants to know who you're going to call.
So another late night popped in, huh?
Yes, another Late Night 78.
Oh, that's right. I like shouting out that name because it's got numbers in it.
And it rhymes.
Right. And yeah, I never thought of that before. It does rhyme, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we have this spooky ghost face here in the woods, looks like. A photograph. What do you think that could be?
Well, my initial, like I like to say, initial knee-jerk reaction, right?
Yes, you do.
It looks like some type of evil spawn coming up out of the depths of hell. No, but really, it looks like just a weird fuzzy gray thing that's kind of out of focus in the center of the screen behind a plant.
Mm-hmm.
But let's find out. Let's press play in.
Well, I don't. It's just there. No, there's nothing.
Oh, I see.
They're just showing the picture.
Well, that kind of there's not enough context for me to form a conclusion there, my friend.
Well, here's this video.
Ooh.
Whoa. Huh. The hell are those things? Look like rats. Okay. Okay. I gotta say, so far, I'm not that impressed.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop, or the other item off the shelf to drop.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's not going to happen.
Yeah. I think I've seen this one before. I'm not sure, but it just looks somewhat familiar.
I'm guessing one of those plates move, or one of the menus, or a chair. A chair gets pulled out. I'll bet you. How much you want to bet?
I'm not sure, but yeah, I'll go with that.
I haven't been to a Chinese buffet in a while. I would love to go to the Chinese buffet right now.
Oh, yeah, I saw a chair move.
Wait, where? Oh, yeah. There were a napkin.
I hear they're the cat's meow.
Yeah, the Chinese buffet. Right. I gotta say, so far a lot of these have been kind of predictable. Let's watch that again.
All right.
Okay, the chair moved. The menu moved. And a napkin flew off the table.
Now she's going to come back and she's going to think, you know, somebody was extremely rude.
Oh, is that it? Well, I guess that's the end of your video, and we got an Amazon ad up there in the corner. So if anyone wants to go to Amazon and buy Ghostbuster equipment, you could do so.
Okay. Well, no, they're saying that you get on their channel and tell a ghost story, you could win an Amazon gift card.
Hey, look who's in the. Wait, what?
Go ahead. Let's move on. Who's in the chat?
Hey, look who's in there. My Life DIY. We were just talking about you at the top of the show.
Were.
At the top of the show, we promoted your channel. Cool. I'm glad to see them in chat today.
Yeah. All newcomers are welcome.
For sure, man. I'll tell you what. We don't always have a show like this where we're just showing video clips, but I wanted to talk about the paranormal. And, you know, since Dark Wolf Den got me, he kind of got me reactivated when it comes to, you know, the paranormal.
So now you're awake and ready to reactivate, huh?
You're damn right I am.
All right.
No, but man, I got to tell you something real quick though, man. If anybody has any questions, now I know we talked about this early today, and we sort of went over a little bit, and there's been some questions about the paranormal that people might want. Oh my gosh, Dark Wolf's Den is in here. What is
it's like you say someone's name and they magically appear.
I know, man. You talk about paranormal activity.
I know, right?
It's like I have a psychic. What do they call it? That Professor X has. psychikinesis. What's that called?
Telekinesis.
Telekinesis. Yes. It's like I'm thinking about them and they show up. You know, they pop
I know.
up. But you know, we were talking about on last week's show, or not last week's show, but on Taco Tuesday last week when we had him on. Was that Taco Tuesday?
Yes, last Taco Tuesday.
Last Taco Tuesday, the question was posed: are psychics or not psychics? Can you balance?
Well, not so much can you balance. I'm the one who asked the question. The question was, is it possible to be a firm believer in the teachings of the Bible and, and also believe in the construct of cryptids and paranormal activity?
Oh, that's what it was.
Yes.
And
we came to the conclusion that, yes, it is possible. With a few minor exceptions.
Right. But, you know, one tool that paranormal researchers use that I disagree with. Can you mute up for a second, buddy?
I knew you were going to say that.
Thank you. Thank you very much. One issue I have that there's not all paranormal researchers do this, but a lot of them go to the guide for a psychic guide, and the psychic guide usually is able to talk to the spirits. And yeah, there you go, Swami. But no, they're usually able to talk to the spirits, and they use their Welcher sticks. What do they call that? The dye rods. I can't think of the name of them right now, but the things they use to find water, basically. But I got to say, we talked about the pros and cons of having a medium, as it were, to help you research the paranormal. And I have a lot of problems with it. I really Skeletor. Okay, we're gonna get confrontational. Is that why you got the Skeletor on there? But I think you and I don't see eye to eye on this subject. Am I incorrect, sir?
Oh, I'm allowed to unmute now?
Oh, yes, sir.
I'm just teasing. No, I mean, I really do pretty much agree with you. However, I do think that there, like anything else, there's exceptions to the rule. I don't think that the first thing you need to call if you got some type of entity or poltergeist haunting you is a psychic, because what the heck is a psychic going to do besides, well, let's get in tune with its feelings, you know? And you're not necessarily wanting to do that, especially if it's a dark entity. You could care less about its feelings. You just want the sucker gone, right? But then, you know, you also have the flip side of that coin where even if you have the professional crew show up with all the fancy gadgets and equipment and the spirit boxes and everything, a lot of times when it's all over said and done with, they came, they got their ratings, they confirm that there is a haunting or an entity, you know, disturbing your peace. But at the end of the day, they go back home to their family and on to the next case, and you're still sitting there with, you know, Casper the not so friendly ghost pushing plates off your table. So I do think there are people out there that I don't know if they're psychics or mediums or what, but they are more in tune with those sort of entities to a certain level where they are able to find out, and they actually are able to do real research on the history of the land or the business or the, you know, and they're able to get to the bottom of such things, and oftentimes, you know, figure out what the root of the nature of the problem is, and cast it away or convince it to leave, I should say. And And then, then you always have your extreme examples, I think, where you have to have some type of priest or exorcism occur where, no, no, it's going to take, you're going to have to get the Almighty, involved because there is nothing else that can help you. So with all that being said, I would say I would start off with if I started having napkins, randomly fly off my table, I would probably start off with some really good prayers and back to you, my friend. I want to hear what you got to say.
Well, here's the problem I have with mediums being involved in paranormal cases. There's actually about 4 problems with them, and I'll get to those. I've made a list, and my list, it goes like this. Number 1, you have the illegitimacy of a psychic. Like there's always been a bad name or brand attached to psychics ever since the beginning of time. And
I would have to agree. 9 times out of 10, when I see like a palm reading service or some, like if I'm at a festival or a carnival and there's a booth where you can go in and get your fortune told or something like that, I have no desire to spend my good hard-earned money to listen to some lady with a fake crystal ball try to tell me what's going to happen to me. I agree with you.
And the other part of that is, if you want to legitimize your findings, let's say you go into a house that's supposedly haunted and you do the EVP work, you did all of your videotaping, you did all your work, you're wanting that to be at as much of a scientific approach as possible. And in my opinion, now just remember, this is just my opinion, when you bring a hokey pokey psychic into the picture, even if he or she is not hokey pokey, let's just say they're totally legit, okay? But here's
and I do agree that there are legit ones out there. They're far and few between, and it's hard to decipher unless they have built a reputation for themselves. I would never suggest you just pick a name randomly out of the phone book. But yeah, keep going.
I mean, take for example the case of Lorraine Warren, for example. Now, she claimed that she got her gifts at the tender age of 5 through God, that God gave her those gifts. And I'm not here to dispute that or argue about it. But in my opinion, a lot of the gifts come from the dark side of things. And I don't know how to go into it. But
you mean Darth Vader?
Well, no, not that dark.
Oh, okay.
But no, and a lot of times these psychics, when they go in, and let's just say they do a not a sermon. What's the word I'm looking for? Oh,
a seance.
Seance. Yeah. They go in and they do a seance, or they go one step further and they pull out a Ouija board or Ouija board, whatever the case may be. More times than not, all they're doing is they're inviting evil entities into that home. They're hyping the paranormal activity up to 11.
In other words, you could be stirring up some witch's brew and end up with now you're turning a small problem into a major malfunction.
Exactly. And it's not only that, but let's go back to the haunted entities in general. A lot of people, they see a ghost gets in their house, and it may start out innocent enough. It might start out with your daughter's imaginary friend, and the imaginary friend's talking to her, playing with her. You think, oh, well, she's just going through a phase. That's just an imaginary friend or whatnot.
And then the next thing you know, you walk in the dining room and there's chairs stacked to the ceiling. I'm with you.
But yeah, so it starts out innocent, and then you're just going along with the diagnosis that it is innocent. And next thing you know, some stuff start floating about the house, like you said, the chair stacking and whatnot. And then you start to scratch your head and you go, wait, maybe this isn't an imaginary friend after all. Maybe it's
I know
some.
you tell your daughter to go to her room, and she's like, "No, Dad, you go to your room." Creepy.
So yeah, I mean, you have this. I wish I would have wrote this down because it's kind of hard to get back on track when someone makes a comment like that.
I'm sorry. I will digress. I will let you. I will let you have the stage.
Thank you, sir. But no, in other words, it starts out innocent. So then the mother or father, whoever is in the home, thinks, well, it's just a friendly ghost. It's nothing to worry about. We're just going to let it do whatever it wants. It's cool as long as it's not hurting us. It's not causing any problems. So what? Just let it go on. So then,
It's so hard for me not to say things, but I'm trying.
okay, that's cool, man. I mean, you can jump in when you have a legitimate, concern or something. But
I don't actually. I got a smart ass, kind of half witted, joke. So I'll keep them to myself.
cool. No, but so it starts out innocently enough, and then they let it go. And then about a month goes by, and then all of a sudden your kid is saying weird stuff like, the mother got hit by a car and got killed, and her son got killed, and then all of a sudden she starts speaking in a language that you can't quite understand. Now, this is what we call in the field is the second oh man, what's the word I'm looking for? The second stage of an infestation. And it's the first
Oh, technical terminology. I like.
and it's the first stage of damn it, I can't the first stage of oh my god, I can't believe I'm losing my words here, sir. Can you help me out here?
Well, you said it's the second stage of something infestation.
Of an infestation, and
All right.
it's the first stage of demonic possession.
Oh, demonic possession. He says demonic possession is the path to the dark side.
And so without even knowing it, the demonic spirit is now grooming that child to sort of let it in and let it possess the home. And the home possession is the third phase of possession. Okay, they do things around the home and it gradually starts getting more and more violent, and you know things start occurring in the home, and the daughter or son or whatever the case may be is now threatening the parents in a murderous way. And
This sounds a lot like domestic abuse.
no, man. I ain't trying to go there in that way, but it does. It brings the negative energy of that whole household up to a third or fourth notch, and then the parents start arguing amongst themselves because now the manifestation's gotten worse, and it starts manifesting itself in front of the parents. One of the parents, most of the time, and I know this is going to sound a bit sexist, but most of the time it happens to the wife first.
I think that generally speaking, women are more in tune with that sort of thing, and that's why you usually see female mediums and fortune tellers and tarot readers and stuff like that more often than you do male ones. I say that's not really sexist. That's I think that's generally kind of how it works. Women just seem to have more. They're just more in tune with that sort of stuff.
Well, what I was going to say was really women and children are considered to be the most vulnerable. And that ghost uses that vulnerability to feed off of their negative energy. And then the husband then doesn't believe the wife and says, "Oh, you're just dreaming, or you don't know what you're talking about." And this makes the wife angry. Well, why doesn't he believe me? Why can't he get on my side? He's supposed to back me up. I'm scared, and I'm coming to him hoping that he's gonna back me up, and he's totally. So then it becomes a matter of there's tension between the husband and the wife now. Okay, are you with me so far?
Yeah, I am 100%. I mean, it's like I'm reading the back of a box, of the back of boxes at the in the horror section of a Blockbuster video. You know what I mean? It's like that's how almost every scary movie script is written. It's that exact thing plays out just the way you're saying.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, that is true. And in most cases or not, that's where they get their ideas from. But
Truth can be stranger than fiction, right?
oh yeah, definitely, my good friend. But I'll tell you what, and then that's what happens. The negativity in the home starts to build a sort of negative aura around it. And then what happens then is these people are in a weakened, scared, frightened state, and their tension has built to the boiling point, and they can't take it no more. Now, this is what we call the fourth level of possession. This is where the evil spirit starts to work on the vulnerability of the family, and it starts feeding on their fear and their anger, their hate, their you know what. And
Yeah, it's went from having a light snack to a full course meal.
right, it's feeding off of that negative energy. And by the way, negative energy, this has been a scientific experiment. There was a scientific experiment done on, do human emotions actually affect the physical environment? And but anyway, that has
I actually do think you're onto something there. I think it kind of compounds itself. It creates a snowball effect because you get everybody starts getting on eggshells. Everybody starts having that feeling of the EBGBs. So now every little thing that every little light that flickers, every little crook in the house, every little every time a wind slams the door, everybody's on edge. Yeah, and then that just feeds it and gives it more power and more strength to create more disturbances, which in turn scares them even more, which in turn gives it more. Yeah, it's like it's a snowball effect.
exactly. And here's the part where the psychics come in at. When you have an evil entity that's already there, and then you bring a psychic and she does a seance, she opens a door. And when that doorway is open, it's kind of like an evil entity could not possess you unless you give it permission. In other words, it's kind of like how can
Like
I
on the whole vampire thing where you have to invite it in.
exactly? You have to invite it in because you are the master commander of your home. You're the master commander of your household. So whoever the master commander of the household is has to be the one to invite the spirit in. Because your home,
It can't be just like the child or something. Then can't open the door for it. It
right,
has to be the person, the head of the household.
the head of the household ultimately has to either invite it in, and once you invite it in, it takes on it. it then possesses the most vulnerable person in that household.
And then works its way up the hierarchies.
Mm-hmm. But
That actually makes a lot of sense. And by the time it gets enough and it builds strength, and by the time it's fed off of the most vulnerable, it can get to the next most vulnerable, which might be an older sibling or something, and then eventually work its way to either the mother or the father, depending on, in that particular case, on that particular family, which one is the most vulnerable. And then it works its way up the hierarchy. Yeah, I could totally see how that would be the case.
And here's where I have a problem with psychics. Now, a psychic comes in, most of the time, I guess, with good intentions, but ends up bringing the worst out of these spirits. And mind you, also could end up inviting more spirits into the home.
Yeah, and by the time you're at the point where you're willing to call anybody, a psychic or whoever, you've already got like an abundance of negative energy floating around, a lot of tension, a lot of despair. And so, had you called, at the first, when the first person started, reporting that there's a problem, the whoever's going to show up would have had a much easier caseload in order, something. It
Right.
would have been. It wouldn't have became such a major. It wouldn't have been such a big of a problem for them to encounter.
Exactly. And here is what it all boils down to. In the Bible, it warns us against psychics. It warns us against witches. It warns us against false prophets. And some of these psychics can also appear to be false prophets. Now, we mentioned this earlier. You compared psychics as almost to a prophet.
Well, yeah, I was just saying, I know that the Bible speaks of prophets, but see, my knowledge of the Bible is so very limited. So I can't really consider myself an expert on anything biblical, but I am all ears, my friend. I'm listening.
But I am, and that's one of the reasons why I'm highly against psychics. Not that psychics are totally, police use psychics in investigations sometimes, and the results most of the time they do work. But I highly question where a psychic gets their powers. As I mentioned before, Lorraine Warren. I can't believe I said Lorraine Lamore.
Well, I believe it because I thought you were going to say something about Lorraine Lamore when you said the word Lorraine. So I forgot there is a expert named Lorraine. So keep going.
Now,
Lorraine, what's the other Lorraine's name?
Lorraine Warren.
Warren?
Warren.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Now, she claimed that she got her abilities from a angelic not creature, but a spiritual, sort of a good spirit, like a good angel type spirit, came to her when she was 5 years old and talked to her. And but that itself, to me, in my opinion, is kind of questionable. Because like I said, huh? Oh, go ahead, sir.
I just said, okay. Yeah, I'm with you so far. Keep going.
From what we learned in the Bible, we're not to mess with psychics or people who practice witchcraft or any such thing like that. So that's another reason why I'm highly against it. And I think if you're going to go into an investigation and you're going to go in there with scientific equipment and you close up shop, like you said, if you could prove that there's spirits in there that need to either go to the light, that are good spirits, or if there's evil spirits in there that need to be banished from the household, in my opinion, the proper thing to do is after you close your investigation, you send in either a priest or a reverend or someone who has ties spiritually with the Father and who can pray to the Father. And it's because Jesus, in his time when he was walking the earth, casted out demons, correct?
Yeah, from what I understand, that is a true statement.
And in my opinion, it is only under the power of Jesus that we can cast out demons. Like, I think I heard Armour said, like, we were given the power to do so ourselves, but only through Christ can we do so. And I
Right,
think,
yeah, and I know that there have been. I mean, I know firsthand that you can literally, scream to, scream it, stand up in your living room and scream, "I do not consent. I wish for you to leave. I want you out of here." And you can pray and all on your own. You don't have to bring anybody into. But at the same time, you have to take. Excuse me. You have to take back control. You have to lose that fear. You have to get that negative energy out of your mind. A lot of times as this progresses, the conditions of your house are usually, when they come into places like this, the living conditions are bad. Either the person themselves is experiencing some form of deep depression or some high anxiety, and they've stopped cleaning up after themselves. The counters are a mess. The bathroom is a mess. The house has become dingy and dirty, and the living conditions are subpar at best. And you got to, not only do you have to clean yourself to clean out the spirit, you also have to clean out the physical. You got to create a warmer environment, because a negative entity feeds off of a negative environment. So if the environment is negative or subpar living conditions, it actually is that's what it thrives in. So you have to create its ability to. You have to prevent its. You have to remove the aspects that are giving it its ability to thrive, and you have to denounce it out of your presence. I'm with you.
And a good way to do that is to rebuke it. You can rebuke the evil spirits in the name of Jesus, and that's one good way to do it.
Yes.
But what I would suggest is that anybody who feels like they're being threatened by any kind of spiritual entity or anything like that, if you're hearing strange noises or you're seeing things move, the first thing I would do, of course, is to have it investigated. And you have it investigated to see, first of all, if it's paranormal. If it's not paranormal, then there has to be some other explanation, like faulty wiring in the house, or there's a high electronic what do they call that? EPV. What's the electronical?
The EKG?
No.
Oh.
No, that's that's how you measure brain waves.
Oh yeah. I'm not sure, but I know what you're trying to say, but I don't know what the term is. So
you could have a high electronic magnetic field in your house, and that can make a person experience headaches. It could make them physically sick. It could cause a lot of health issues. So if an investigator comes in and investigates that home and finds that you have a high electronic magnetic field going on, then it's very important that you get with an electrician or somebody like that to fix whatever problems might be occurring in that home, because that could be serious. I mean, that could be a serious physical problem.
yeah, and I'm going to sound facetious when I say this, but in today's day and age, I think it really does apply. You may want to change your Wi-Fi router. I'm serious. Some of these Wi-Fi routers actually do create that kind of signal. And it wouldn't hurt to look around and see where the closest cell phone tower is too. If one has just been constructed, just off of the side of your property, that could be playing a factor. I know it sounds facetious, but I really do believe that with the way technology is going, and I'm sure I mean, I'm sure everybody here has heard, what the unsubstantiated claims about 5G, and not that they're totally unsubstantiated. I can't even say the word, but you know what I'm trying to say. But I would say in today's day and age, you may want to factor that into your consideration as well.
Oh, I just thought of the word. It's actually EMF. If you have a high EMF signal in your home, that could cause illusions to happen as well. So make sure, first of all, that it's not a high EMF in your home. And then secondly, try to capture it on film, on camera. Try to capture EVPs. Talk to it. Say, is there anybody in this house, and so forth and so on. But you be careful with that. And if you're not experienced and doing that sort of thing, then call in a ghost hunter, and they will check your home, and they'll see if it's paranormal or just just an everyday thing that could be fixed. You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times, I know me personally, it would have to really get to a certain, just like I just said before, I'm going to contradict myself, and I have to be the first to admit that I am doing that. But you know how I said earlier, had they just called somebody right away, I would be the one who I would want to try to figure it out on my own before I would resort to, bringing in anybody. First of all, I wouldn't want to have to. I'm cheap. I wouldn't want to pay somebody. So I would be looking for somebody who would do it pro bono.
Right.
And then, of course, but you're going to get what you pay for when you go in that sort of route, because you might get some kind of weirdo who shows up with a Ouija board. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah.
Yes, and that's another important thing I wanted to bring up. You mentioned Ouija boards. Ouija board, they say, oh, a Ouija board's just from Parker Brothers or whatever, but it's what you make of it. Like, if you have these negative energies, if you have perceived negative emotions, or if you can manifest something. It doesn't even have to be a Parker Brothers Ouija board. It could be something you made out of a piece of paper. Whatever energy you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. In other words, if you are purposely searching for spirits, then of course spirits are going to come out. And
it's what you seek that you'll find, my friend.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly right, and that's a good point that you make. But the Ouija board could be a doorway to the evil spirit world, or negative spirit world, I should say, to put it in technical terms. And you think about The Exorcist, which was based on a true story, except they changed the little boy. It was a little boy who his mom had bought him a Ouija board for his birthday, and all of the paranormal stuff started happening about a week or so later after he started playing with that Ouija board, and not too far after that did he get possessed. So
yeah, and you know what? Have you ever personally used a Ouija board?
I used a long time ago. I used to dabble in dark arts and stuff, and I had some friends that came over. I think we were 15 or 16 years old. I don't know, but we had a paper Ouija board that she had made, and it seems like as we were doing that, I had a string on my ceiling fan. That was swinging back and forth unexplainably, because the fan wasn't on. There was no air. There was no windows open. There were no air vents with air coming through them. Everything was shut off, and this string was just swinging back and forth, unstoppable, and it just kept getting faster and faster and faster. And that all seemed to stop after we got done with the session, and we burned the piece of paper, and that was that. But I do have some stories that I want to share. But let me ask you this: do you have stories concerning a Ouija board?
Yeah, I was going to let you go first. I actually bought a Ouija board at a flea market. It was a Parker Brothers one, and we brought it home. My dad actually, I wanted to buy it when we were at the flea market. My dad was dead set against it, and I was just like 3 to 6 months away from getting my driver's license. I had my temps already, and I got my driver's license about 3-4 months later, and I remembered that I really wanted that Ouija board, and my dad wouldn't let me buy it. And I had made it my personal, kind of like my, how you want to rebel, when you're that age. It's in a big name, in the name of rebellion. I drove back to the flea market on my own with my friend, and we went and I bought the Ouija board. It was only like $10 or $15. It wasn't very expensive, and we got it. We went back home. We went straight down to the basement. We lit a couple candles. We opened the box, and we started messing around with it, right? And of course, I don't know how many people listening have ever played with a Ouija board before, but you put your fingers lightly on the little triangular thing with the clear opaque circle in it, and you start asking it questions, right? And I don't remember the exact nature of the questions, but I do remember shortly after we asked it a question, the thing started to slowly move to one, to a specific letter. And I remember us having the conversation of, I'm not moving it, you're moving it. No, I'm not moving it, you're moving it, And
Right.
Of course, when it's all over said and done with, I really believe that we were both moving it, but just like on a not on purpose. But we kind of had we asked it a question, and of course we're waiting on it to spell out an answer. So it would stop on a specific letter, and we would write down the letter, and blah 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 blah. I don't want to carry on the story too long, but make a long story short, when it was all over said and done with, I really wasn't very impressed with the first time that we brought it out. We got lackluster results, which in hindsight was probably a good thing. You really, it's like a be careful what you wish for type thing, So anyway, I put it away. I lost interest in it because I didn't really get the results that I was hoping for. And then I remember, I don't know, 6 months to a year or so went by, and I had I don't know if it was Halloween or whatever. There was some type of something re-sparked my interest in the sense that I wanted to actually try again. But this time I had my brother and 2 or 3 other. Oh, I remember what it was. Me and my brother had invited some girls over, and we thought it would be fun to freak them out. Taking a date to a horror movie. You want to hear them scream and have them clinging to you. You know what I'm saying? Save me from the evil spirits, you strong, handsome man. So yeah, we got it back out, and we got much different results this time, and everybody got freaked out, and it kind of turned into a mistake. Everybody wanted to go home. It was a terrible thing. But one thing since then that I have learned, and this is an important detail because I did not learn this. Apparently, one of the females that was there that day, she claimed after the fact that the entity followed her back to her house, and she started having weird things happening, like things moving, and like the stuff we were just watching in that video, right?
Right.
So apparently, when you're finished with a Ouija board, it is there's a hello and a goodbye in the top or in the bottom corners. I'm not sure which one now. I can't remember for sure. But it's important that you always go to the goodbye and close the portal, close the gate, so that whatever may or may not have came through is that portal was being sealed, and they no longer can. You have told them goodbye. They no longer have access to your space. You see what I'm saying? So that is something I didn't know at the time. I've learned in hindsight. So if you was to ever decide you want to play with a Ouija board out of curiosity, I strongly urge you not to unless you've read up on it and you know exactly what you're doing, because you are delving with powers beyond your control, and you may not get, and you're putting yourself at risk of something bad possibly occurring, and if you choose to disregard that warning, make sure you always say goodbye when you're finished. That's a very important detail that I must heavily encourage you to do. So that's my spiel. Go ahead.
Well, you brought up a really good point when you talked about spirits attaching themselves. I meant to say that when we're talking about hauntings and stuff like that. A lot of one of the biggest mistakes that people make in their in their hauntings is they often, more times than not, after they've tried everything, they move out without having the exercised. They'll move out, and then what often or not happens, they'll come move into a different home, and that entity will follow them because it will attach itself onto you and follow you to whatever new home you may or may not have. And that's one of the biggest problems with it. I highly suggest that a house be exercised for that exact reason, because it's not just the property, it's not just the house. That spirit or entity or whatever you want to call it has now attached itself to you, and it's going to follow you no matter where you move. So I just wanted to point that out, that's very important to have that exercised before you move. Go ahead, Sagi. Your thoughts?
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm still here. Yeah, that is an important detail. It looks like we have some comments to catch up on here.
Yeah, I had posted one of the comments. My Life says that there's a video or a live stream right now of a UFO orb video going viral right now, she says.
Oh yeah, maybe I'll see if I can find that here in a minute, and we'll play it. And then you want to go ahead and bring up that video Michael Fontaine shared?
I will, but I do have a Ouija board story of my own, and it's very quick. And then we'll show that video. Where did he send the video, by the way?
He dropped it in chat, but I don't know if it's. He might have to drop it again because I don't know how far up you can scroll right now.
Chat is so far gone right now. But I will play that video. Yeah, if Michael's still here, Michael, if you're still here, please drop that back in the chat. We would appreciate it, and we will play it here momentarily. But my story is.
Can you give? I don't mean to cut you off. Can you give the Michelle DIY a wrench long enough so maybe she can provide us with the link for the video, the one she's referring to?
Who?
Whoever was mentioning the one that's going viral right now.
Oh, yeah, I can give her a temporary wrench. And then when she comes on the show next Tuesday, permanent one. Hold on. I don't know why I'm doing things like that, but it's kind of silly.
Oh.
Let's see here. Oh, wait. It looks like Mr. Michael Fontaine is still here. he just dropped it. So let's go ahead and click on that. Oh wait, I can't do it from here. Why not? Huh, this is painful. Okay, there we go. Shit. Sorry, I didn't mean to say shit. Dang it. I can't click on it. Can you click on it? Mr. Sagi?
Yeah, I'll get it. I'll copy and paste it and bring it into He-Bro Crew for you.
All right, thank you for that. But I do want to share just a quick story. It's a secondhand account, but it is within my universe, the He-Bro verse. My mom at the time was dating this dude, and he had given an account that they were on the back room somewhere, place he worked. I forget if it was, I forget where it was, but he said when he was a teenager, him and his friends decided they were going to play Ouija board. And they said, oh, wouldn't it be funny if like stuff moved around and blah, blah, blah. And, just joking around, sort of mocking it. So they did it. Ironically, they did it. Ironically, And so he said that night when one of the people went home, they experienced stuff floating around the room. They experienced disembodied voices. And actually, I think the very next day when they went back to that storeroom, the building where they were working, things were moving off the shelf and shit like that. And well, I mean, that's basically the story. It wasn't very long of a story, but they basically ended up taking that Ouija board out to the woods and burning it. And that's one thing. There's 3 rules, the thumb, when you're messing with a Ouija board. First of all, don't mess with a Ouija board. It's evil. It brings no good to anybody, and it only brings demons and evil things into your life. So don't do it. But rule number 1 is never play with a Ouija board by yourself. Always have at least 1 or 2 friends with you. And rule number 2, when you have your hands on that dial thing, whatever it is, everyone must keep their hands on it at the same time. And like you said, when you're done, you got to put it to the goodbye setting, and all of you release your hands at the same time. Otherwise, the person who's there by themselves with their hands on it, the spirits can attach themselves to that person. The third one is when you're done, burn it. Take it out to the woods, burn it, destroy it. You can't destroy it by smashing it to pieces because it will glue itself back together. But you can destroy it by burning it. And don't ask. I don't know that if it actually does that or not. That's just the kind of things I heard when I was a young man. But with that being said, Mr. Sagi, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I can't say that you're. I can't disagree with you. I think that's all good, sound advice.
But
and then I definitely wouldn't grab it, run into the bathroom, hold it up to the mirror, and say Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary. You know what? You know how the story goes.
Oh yeah, or Candyman.
Or Candyman.
Yeah, Candyman. You remember that movie?
Yeah, that's another ME. How many times does he say it?
3 times.
Believe it or not, it's 5 times now.
What?
Yeah.
That doesn't even compute. It doesn't make sense. I mean, they did that whole movie based off the whole Bloody Mary thing.
right?
What? No. 5 times? They're overdoing it if you say it 5 times.
Well,
That'd be
for
like-
the people who aren't sure, kind of like if I say he was to come into our chat and you were gonna be like, oh, Candyman, and then I was like, Candyman, and then Michelle was like, Candyman. That could have just been an innocent, us.
Yeah.
But no, if we all say it twice, now you done said it 5 or 6 times. Now something bad could happen.
Okay.
It's just to prevent accidental, manifestations.
Well, that's just like, Beetlejuice. You don't want to say his name 3 times either.
Well, yeah, that's true. What is up with all these dark entities and you repeating their name for some type of magic, invocation? What's the other one? The guy with the I can't even think of it. The thing that you use to make yarn, not yarn, but it's a wheel, and then
A spinning wheel?
a spinning wheel that makes like and it's from the my gosh, I can't believe I can't think of who he is.
The Amish country?
No, it's the guy that you're not supposed to say his name. You don't.
Is it Jeepers Creepers?
It's along those kind of lines, yeah. But anyway, somebody in chat might know what I'm trying to say.
Okay. Well, we'll see what the chat is saying. First of all, Michael Fontaine wants to know if we got that video ready.
Yeah, it's Rumpelstiltskin.
Oh, Rumpelstiltskin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I did send you the link for Michael Fontaine's video. I haven't played it yet, but I noticed it was only only a couple minutes long, and it looks like it takes place in his kitchen area.
Okay, that sounds good. Did you send it to Hangouts?
He-Bro crew.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry about that.
There went our broadcasting license.
Again. Oh man, I'm so sorry, guys. Hey, at least it didn't come from the bottom half.
Yeah. Let's let's move on.
Right. Yeah. No. What was that name again? Rumpelstiltskin.
Yeah, Rumpelstiltskin.
Oh, Rumpelstiltskin.
Yeah, Rumpelstiltskin. But you only have to say his name once. You just have to know his name, I think.
Oh, okay. I got you.
I'm not 100% sure on that.
But now let's get down here to Michael Fontaine.
Michael Fontaine.
Michael Fontaine?
I'm not going to. Uh-oh. What?
Yeah. He's going to appear through our computer screens now.
I know, right? Actually, I see him outside hiding in the bushes.
Yeah. Because 3 times. Okay, never mind. Here comes that video, sir. I gotta get that video up. Where is it?
He-Bro crew.
He-Bro crew. He-Bro. Okay, let's see here. He-Bro crew.
I'm going to mute up for a second because I got to go grab my phone charger. I'm down to 22%.
Oh, no. All right. I've got the video up here. I'll share my screen. There we go. And we'll wait for Sagi to get back. That way he can watch it as well. By the way, thank you, Michael Fontaine, for sending this video in advance. And I will, after this video, we have another video of the UFO. We're going to show well. Yeah, we'll just wait.
I'm back whenever you're ready.
All
you may
right.
want to
Cool.
full screen it.
Cool. All right. Let's do it. Let's show it. We gotta end this show so your phone don't die.
Oh, I'm fine now. It's on the charger.
All right. I hope you got a long cord.
Actually, do.
Okay, cool. Well, here we go. What the hell?
It's a balloon, right?
Is that supposed to be a balloon?
Yeah, I believe it's like a birthday balloon or one of those type things.
Yeah, but look what it's doing. It looks like eyes, like you can see the two eyes.
Yeah. Well, that's the reflection off the door.
Okay.
Oh, maybe not. It's hard to tell. It is very weird, though.
Yeah, it looks like demon eyes. Did you see
You
that?
see that pink flicker down like by the counter too?
Where's
Oh, that
that?
might be like a blinking light. Maybe that's what that is.
Yeah. That is bizarre, man. It just floated in there on its own.
You could tell that whoever's filming is afraid to get too close to it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it reminds me of like when a helium balloon is like about 4 or 5 days old and it's starting to like lose its buoyancy.
Right, but this
But
thing
it's very extreme case of that.
this thing is like, yeah, it looks flat as hell. Usually when they're flat like that, they don't have this much flight.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this. It starts right here. And yeah, you can kind of see it barely floating. Then it starts floating up. And it looks like it has demon eyes right there.
Yeah. It is really weird.
Wow. Huh. I mean, they could be reflections off of something in here in the next room. But it's very anomalous, no?
Yeah, it's definitely an anomaly. So I would have been a little freaked out by it. I admit. I will self admit that.
Well, good for you for capturing that on camera, sir. That is that's something. Usually, like you said, a balloon like this, it looks like it's got very little air left in it.
See, what's the comment at the top say? I can't read it because the.
Okay, let me leave the area here, and let's see here.
No, like in the video stream when you had it full screen, there was he had typed something across the top of the screen.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like go back to full screen.
Okay, hang on.
Oh no, there it is. No lights on besides a street light, and past the wall, it still has eyes. Okay.
Yeah, it definitely had eyes. I could see the eyes. That was freaky, man. I got to admit. He says keep playing it till the end. We did.
No, there were still about 30, 40 more seconds left.
Oh, whoops. Okay, let me go ahead and let's just replay the whole thing. It ain't that long. Let me get to full screen though. Ooh. Okay. I still wanted to play it again because look at this damn thing. Looks like something you'd see on Ghostbusters.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of E.T.'s face a little bit.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? He just wanted
Or how you might envision an alien.
He just wanted to check out the living room, see what was going on.
Yeah, he's just, wanting to say, what's up? How y'all doing? Que pasa?
Yeah. He's like, man, is this party over yet? Can I go to sleep?
Let me ask you this, Michael Fontaine. Have you had any other instances besides this anomaly with this haunted balloon? Or was that the extent of your paranormal experience in your household?
Okay. So there you have it.
I'm looking now to see if we got that other link.
Yeah, I have it.
Okay.
So now what we're going to do is we're going to show this UFO
All right.
that was reported to me by, my life. So
DIY. I wonder
DIY.
if that stands for do it yourself, like in the normal context.
Well, no, do it yourself would be. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. It could. I don't know.
Yeah, we didn't make it to the end again. He said at the end it sits on the wall.
Well, yeah, we did. We played it till the video stopped.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah.
My bad. I stand corrected.
Yeah, I saw where it's resting on the wall. But we do need to move on. So let's go ahead and this was on Facebook. Someone went live on Facebook, I believe. Okay. Bizarre UFO, U formation, and whatchamadoodle. And Polka here, Idaho?
Yeah, when you bring it up on screen, I'll try to decipher it.
Okay, it's live. I can't rewind it, so
Oh, okay. It's actually happening right now?
it's happening right now. Let me blow it up. Come on. Enlarge, damn you. There it is.
Oh, wow. Well, maybe they're here to, like on the Starship Enterprise, where they say we can't interfere with their if they have lesser technology, we can't expose ourselves.
That's right.
But maybe with all these crazy riots and things going on, they've decided to expose themselves. You would think if this is happening live in real time, I mean, what was it, 20 minutes ago when she first brought it to our attention?
I think so, yeah.
You would think the military would have showed up by now.
You would think so, yeah. Look at those lights. Look how they're in formation.
Yeah. And it's like some of them are slowly disappearing, then reappearing. That is very strange.
Yeah, now where's this broadcasting from?
Somebody's Facebook channel?
Well, I know
no,
that.
it looks like it's like on a tower or something because it's highly elevated. Like maybe a water tower?
Huh.
Or they're on top of a hill or a cliff or something, right?
Well, either that or they're filming it with a drone.
Yeah, because it does seem like it's slightly wobbly. like it's not fixed in place, like on a tripod or something, or mounted.
Well, let's see what she says in the comments. Maybe she's got more information on it.
Yeah, or maybe there's comments going on below it.
There's one that just appeared right there.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them.
No, there's a sixth one that just popped up. Well, no, now there's 5 again. I see, then it popped up over far left.
Let's see some of the comments that are going on Facebook here. No, I don't want to. Never mind.
Okay.
It shows too much of my page there.
Gotcha.
So that's kind of cool, no?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
There's that 7 number again.
It seems like whenever one disappears, another one takes its place.
And it looks like they're getting closer. Like they're slowly moving in.
Actually, to me, it seems like they're getting further away.
Oh, I see. They're like, well, we've seen enough of this town.
It's really hard to make sense out of. That's for sure.
Well, watch out, whoever you are. They're coming after you, Sagi.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Everybody just go outside and look to the sky. That can't. Yeah, it could be out west. I mean, it's been dark here since we've started broadcasting, so it just seems like it's a little well lit. But I guess it's far enough west that it could still be daylight.
I don't know. I saw Idaho. Where is Idaho? Idaho would be dark.
Well, yeah, my life says Idaho near dark. Oh, near dark wolf. See. Well, I'm glad we got to it before it was over.
Oh yeah, this is, man. Look, to me, it seems like they're coming in closer because they appear to be getting bigger as they. Do you notice that, or no, or is that just me? It seems like some are going.
I don't know if you could hear me, but she said she's not sure if it's looping at this point.
Oh, okay.
Repeating itself.
Definitely interesting stuff, and thank you, My Life, for bringing that up. I'm glad we were able to share that with everybody here. And you know what, man? I'll say one thing about it. Let me read what Dark Wolf says. Dark Wolf says, "My Life and I were saying that too. Oh, about the lights coming in, like they're coming in closer." And My Life said they've been streaming it for a while. We aren't sure if you said that. We aren't sure if it's. Yeah, there's 23K watching it, so that's definitely. It just blew my mind. You know.
Well, it's possible that somebody down there in one of those houses in Idaho is playing with a Ouija board. You never know.
That's right. Well, hey, listen, guys. We've been on the air for 2 hours and 34 minutes.
And unlike a rookie a Ouija board player, we are going to remember to tell you goodbye.
Oh, that's right. We got to remember to put this broadcast on the goodbye thing. Let's see here. Let's give this room one final shout out, and then we'll give our final thoughts.
Sounds like a plan, my man.
Okay, off the top of the board here, we got another late night 78. My life, DI. I almost said DUI. DIY, preliminal.
That would be my life. No, I'm just kidding.
Thanks for the wonderful video, my life. Earth Daughter was here earlier on. The Dark Wolf's Den show was here, is still here.
Get it right or pay the price.
And he said earlier he doesn't trust the Warrens' work at all. Well, that could be. I don't know. Michael Fontaine.
Michael Fontaine.
And thank you, Michael Fontaine, for your excellent video as well. Lorraine Lamore, who was a paranormal investigator and eliminator. No, just kidding. And let's see here. I think that's about it, dude.
All right. I know Go Kart Pop stopped by earlier.
Oh, wait. Awake and Activate was here also.
Yes.
Can't forget to mention her. She's one of our co-hosts.
Yes.
Taco Tuesday.
Yes. Hopefully she'll be joining us tomorrow night. We'll have a very special Taco Tuesday for you. And I think that you and I are going to be a guest on System Failures. Got his channel back up and running, his main channel, from what I understand. He served his 3-month sentence of being after he got copywritten stricken, and he's back up and running. And this coming Saturday, approximately 5 p.m., 4 p.m. Central, we're going to be on his channel. So definitely join us over there if you're able to.
Do you see the compliment?
Yeah, we are a guy with sunglasses on.
We are, yeah. Well, you are. I know.
Yeah. I'm a cat with sunglasses on.
Yeah, that's right.
I think the connotation is cool, man.
Oh, that means we're cool. Well, see, I didn't know that. No,
that's okay. That's what you got me here for.
Right. I got you here to explain all of the all of the nuances and the
Well, apparently, an emoji with sunglasses on that means cool. Believe it or not, that's a thing.
That's a thing?
Yeah, it's a thing.
That should be your catchphrase.
I'm working on it.
Okay. You sound like you're walking through a wind tunnel.
Well, no, that's just me putting away my Ouija board.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, hey, guys, my final thoughts is I appreciate everybody for coming in here tonight and welcome and being on the show and joining us. And the chat was very live and hopping around, and I especially like to thank My Life for coming on here and checking this out. And Earth, what's her name again?
Earth's Daughter. Yeah, we all. It's nice to have some new people coming in. That's very refreshing. We very much appreciate it.
And we hope that you, if you want to see more of our content, please subscribe and hit that bell. I don't usually like saying that, hit that bell, but you gotta say something. If they do, I'm not forcing it on people. I'm saying, like, if you like the content, And I'd like to thank my partner, my co-host, my friend, my compadre, my buddy, good old Sagi, for being here with me tonight. And we all had this awesome paranormal Mystic Monday. And as I mentioned at the top of the show, Shifty Sunday will be shifting back to its regular day and time. And we hope to see all of you lovely folks again real soon. Take it away, Sagi.
Oh no, pretty much more of the same. I think I'm going to have to go find like a comedy or something to watch to make sure I get all these EBGBs off me from watching all this paranormal activity. I know the last thing I want to do right now is go look at more footage of what's going on in our world today, and so I'm definitely going to find like an Adam Sandler movie to watch or something that's just stupid fun and will take my mind off things.
Absolutely. And hey,
But I also want to thank you for having me on. I want to thank everybody in chat for showing up. Thank everybody out there lurking for watching. And I'm looking forward to another great show with you and Wake and Activate tomorrow night.
All right, sounds good. Well, from everybody here at the He-Bro channel, we would like to all wish you a happy Monday, and we'll catch you tomorrow night on Taco Tuesday. That's 8:20 or 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern on your Eastern dial. Until next time, this is He-Bro 77 saying, look up to the stars and be safe, everybody. Good night, everybody.